What's it feel like as a band when y'all get in a venue and you're doing, you know, it's just one of those great magical nights. I mean, y'all feed off each other. I mean, what does it feel like to be in that kind of scenario?
Yeah, we definitely feed off each other. When you can feel the crowd and we're playing and you maybe glance out and someone's really grooving, it makes me want to groove harder. And then I look over at Whitney and she's doing her thing that she does behind the mic. You know, she dances.
It's better than that.
I can't. It's much better than that. I can't move like Whitney moves. And then, you know, Tez, he'll do a feel, and then Tillman, he's always bouncing. He's standing up, shaking his dreads and doing this thing. So we feed off the crowd, and then we feed off each other. It just gets more intense and more intense, the energy.
And there's some nights where it just clicks for some reason. Everything you're doing just feels right, and it just goes. And there are other nights when nothing clicks, and you feel like you're
direct
like
opposite.
dragging.
Someone's having a bad
Right.
night, you know, we can tell, we can feel the vibe if someone is kind of, in a funk.
Yeah. But it's really a lot of fun when everybody's into it, and like, you know, it doesn't even have to be like a dancing crowd. If everybody's just going, bobbing their heads, and they're like really into it, you know, just
an applause at the end.
Yeah, there are different kinds of crowds. There are dancing crowds that you get like verbal feedback, and then there are crowds that, you know, it's total silence when you're playing, and then at the end,
just,
it's like, whoa,
y'all were listening?
They're
Right.
the listeners, and they're the music appreciators.
And I don't know, I think I might even like that audience better because they really, I mean, appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can tell. They listen.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing in a bar and everybody's inebriated, they don't care what you play. I could play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. They're like, yeah! And then next they'll ask, they're like, Free Birds!
No charge.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's some nights when I just want it to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. It's like I would play for another 2 hours and just go. No, it's on us, really. We're just having so much fun. And then there are other nights when, what time is it?
Yeah. Who's the funniest of them?
Tez.
Nate. Tillman.
It's you.
Tillman's breaking in, though.
The Joker.
Yeah. We had kind of had a vibe going, and then Tillman, you know, joined the band at a later time. But he's now he's right in the gutter with the rest of them.
Yeah.
In the gutter?
Yeah, in the gutter.
Is that the term?
G-U-T-T-A. Gutter.
Gutter.
Gutter,
How long
baby.
y'all been playing together?
I looked it up. We've been together since February of 2009.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It seems longer. I mean, just because the chemistry was there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been knowing y'all for a long time now, I guess.
At least 10, over 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably 15.
You was a little boy.
Yeah.
No time.
When you had dreads playing bass.
Yeah.
Tillman had a mini fro.
Yeah.
And him and his brothers were playing church. And we'd look over in the corner, and they were getting it. Tillman still was bopping the head. Those are the old days.
I was a fat little dude. I'll bring you some VHS clips.
Really? You're assuming I still have a VCR.
I don't know.
Oh, you do. You got it somewhere. She has an 8-track player.
If you don't, you can borrow mine.
Exactly. They didn't get that.
Yeah.
Is there a particular song that more often than not is like the song that does make y'all feel like you hit this kind of spot to where y'all know you do this song well, and if the crowd responds, I mean, there's got to be like the one you pull out of your pocket that you know is going to play well.
I think there's several.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't think it's necessarily one. I think
Maybe like Rock With You, maybe. That's always
a good vibe.
I love
Let's
Let's
Stay
Stay
happy
Together.
song.
Yeah.
Let's Stay Together.
Yeah.
I think Let's Stay Together is just one of those songs where people just they just stop what they're doing.
Right.
Kind of
So
melt
everybody
for a
loves
second.
it.
They, you know.
Yeah.
And they're typically all songs we play like really well on, like certain groove we just really feel good.
Mm-hmm.
What's upcoming?
Well, we're in the studio recording a CD of cover songs because every time we play, somebody walks up to us and, do you guys have a CD? Hey, do you have a CD out? It's like, no, we don't yet. And we realized that we could do one fairly easily, and we needed one, you know, not only to promote ourselves, but just to have them there, because people do, they want to support you. You know, they'll put something in your tip jar, but then they're like, I want to take something of you with me. So that's why we're in the studio right now with that project. But then I've started writing some songs like in the vein of Motown and that whole revival, that Raphael Sadiq, and even CeeLo Green has gotten into that now. You know, there's just certain vibe. It's like the new Motown sound, and I think that's, you know, where we need to be. I think it's perfect for us. And so I've even written 2 or 3 songs already that have that kind of feel, and that'll be our next project, hopefully shortly after this one.
I'm personally on the other side of the coin, trying to increase my awareness on just music in general, the type of music that really moves people. Trying to understand what Raphael Sadiq and Earth, Wind & Fire, what those elements are that they had in mind when they wrote their material that moved us like they do, and trying to figure out how to put that into the music. Even the stuff that we're doing now, even though it's cover stuff, there's a certain tempo, there's a certain feel, there's a certain, even the way you tune your snare drum, that will make people feel a certain way. That makes any sense.
Man, you got deep on the stage.
Yeah, man.
No,
I had to go there. It's true.
Philosopher.
I mean, if you listen to Earth, Wind & Fire album, I mean, it's just automatically, it grabs your attention from beginning to the end. But what about it grabs your attention? You see what I'm saying? What part of the emotion is it tugging on that automatically make you want to buy that album or make you remember where you were the first time you heard it? And that right there, I think once you tap into that, that's when you can actually start writing material that's going to do something, you know, as opposed to, you know, just as a hobby, and which is nothing wrong with writing as a hobby, but I think you have to understand the formula, the chord wheel, understand there's certain chords that touch certain parts of your emotions, and once you dial into that, which if you listen to Earth, Wind & Fire, they play with a certain chord structure pattern, and all their songs are in that certain. And I heard some bigger boys talking about that they write according to the demographic of the people that they're trying to market their material to.
Really?
Yeah, it's a formula. Michael McDonald, all his songs are going to be a certain way, because he has a certain fan base. He's going to write them in a certain chord wheel.
Yeah.
Women over 35 like saxophone. It's already been proven.
We do like sax. Yes.
Something like the sax. Something like the saxophone.
A-X.
You put a saxophone on a song, it will instantly grab a certain age group's attention. You know?
What kind of sax do you like? I don't think the soprano will do it for Whitney. She needs a baritone.
Big sax.
The baritone.
A baritone.
Anyway, that was a side note.
Want you oh so bad. Want you oh so bad.